Welcome back to the Waxing Table podcast. I am your host, Michaela, and today we are getting into a interesting topic, an important topic, and it's all about being authentic and bringing your personality to your business, to your social media, to your online presence, everything. And today we are here with Miss Alicia.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I'm so excited we are here today and having a conversation about just bringing your personality. I think it's so important when you're in business and stuff, people to know who you are. But first, we're going to start off with just getting to know you a little bit. So for those who don't know who you are, tell us all about you.
So, my name is Alicia. I'm the owner and lead esthetician at Artistry by Alicia. So, I basically focus on makeup artistry and waxing. Yes. So, I've been an esthetician. What is this? Maybe seven years at this point, maybe a little more than that, which sounds
Wow.
crazy, but
Time
yeah,
flies.
quick.
So how did you first learn about being an esthetician? Was this like a first choice for you, second choice?
It's crazy because it was never even a thought, like at all. It happened really random. So prior to being an esthetician, I was a full-time teacher. I taught third grade for 9 years, and then I taught art kindergarten through eighth grade for 5.
Wow.
So I started my business during the time that I was an art teacher. And it really started off of just needing to have some other source of income where I was in control of my hours. I didn't want to just work somewhere and be there 6 hours and not be able to control that. So I kind of tapped into things that I enjoyed doing. So I was always the friend in the friend group that it was like, oh, can you do my eyeshadow before we go out? Or
right.
something of that nature. So I was like, okay, I like makeup. Maybe I can do that. And I really only went to aesthetic school because in my mind, you shouldn't be doing services on people without some sort of certification. So I thought, like, you can't be a makeup artist without going to school, right? But that's not true in a lot of states. I'm in North Carolina, so you can do makeup without a license. But they didn't tell me that until like week 3 of school. So
They're
I'm
like, go
like,
ahead and
well, I'm
sign these papers
here.
first.
Yeah, it was like, all right, I'm here. Let's just keep the ball rolling. And that's really how it all started. And I never wanted to wax when I was in school. I just like had this fear of hurting people. It was not fun for me, just that aspect of it. But I started to love it. And then that's kind of where I veered into mainly focusing on waxing and makeup.
Nice.
Happen.
Nice. So you offer both services. Do you have like equal waxing clients and equal makeup clients? Like, how do you market yourself for both?
So initially, I definitely had more makeup than waxing because I started out in my apartment. I moved to an apartment that had like a separate room. So all of my clients came there for makeup. And I always just thought it was kind of weird to wax people in my house. So I wasn't really trying to market for that. So I started off with way more makeup clients than waxing clients. But now it is definitely shifted to more waxing than makeup.
Do you like the shift?
Yes, I don't mind it at all. I feel like waxing is way more flexible than makeup. It is a lot less mentally consuming as well. So I don't mind the shift, but in different seasons give different numbers as well. So we're going to be moving into like wedding season. So makeup picks up a lot. And, you know, people tend to fall off from waxing in the fall and winter. So the shift definitely happens at different times.
Yeah. So, okay, after you graduated school, where did you start working for somebody first?
So at first, I was really trying to kind of think about what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go into like a a spa that did more facials or if I wanted to do more waxing. So at first I kind of just let the makeup do what it was doing for a little bit. And then I was like, I want to do Brazilian mainly. And in school, we didn't really do Brazilians at all. We saw people do them, demonstrate them, but we did not do any. So I went and worked at European Wax Center for about 3 months. That was, I worked there. It was a plan. I had a game plan.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to start working there in June when school got out. And well, I think I started like the middle of May. And I'm going to quit before school comes back. That was the goal. And I wanted to be able to work and learn, but get paid at the same time.
Okay.
And I know they hate that now. They have put all things in play to not let people do that. But that was the game plan. So I worked at European Wax Center for about 3 months. And then after that, I started looking for my own space. So
Okay. And how quick was that for you?
that was probably, I think I looked for a place for about 4 or 5 months because I wanted it to be really close to where I live. And I wanted it to not be in the areas that everyone else was at. Because since I'm in Charlotte, everyone is typically on the south side of the city. And I feel like the north side doesn't get as much love. So I wanted to be on the northern side. So it took a little while to find a space that was going to work out.
Yeah. Are you in like one of the salon suites or are you in something?
Yes. So I'm in one of the salon suites that are not a part of like a chain. So it's just a company that rents out different rooms. The good thing about it was the first suite that I started in was really small and it didn't have any windows. And I was just like, I didn't know what was going on outside. People used to come in and I'm like, it's raining? And they're like,
oh my God.
It's been raining for hours.
Like, I would have never known.
I've been in here. So I was being really nosy one day. They were starting to build across the street from my old suite. And I was like, well, I wonder what they're building. So I went over there to be nosy and was asking questions. And it was owned by the same people. And the construction worker was like, do you want to see the layout? Yes, I want to see the layout. So then I call the people and I'm like, I want to move over there and I know which room I want. So the suite that I'm in now is bigger, it has windows. Like I love it so much more, but I'm glad that I started where I did because I was able to like build my clientele to bring them across the street, basically.
Good thing it wasn't too far.
No, it was great. Good. It was great.
Yeah. So do you like doing waxing over makeup or is it like equal love?
I love waxing. I don't know how to explain it to other people. I feel like people who do it,
they get it. If you know, you know.
It's like the best thing to go somewhere and people like get it because most of the time people are like,
yeah, like,
why do you do
body
that?
hair off? Like, what is that?
Why does this excite you? I definitely feel like waxing is just it. I don't know. I just love it so much more. But makeup, the feeling of doing a bride on her wedding day is just like unmatched.
So much pressure.
Or like someone's sweet 16 or some like getting someone ready and knowing they're about to get engaged. Like you're a part of a memory. So they both give something, but definitely waxing.
Waxing is it. That's how I feel too. I used to work at Ulta for like 2 years and I learned so much about makeup and I was like shocked and I love learning about it, but it's just something about waxing. And in school, like same, like I watched a Brazilian. We didn't learn too much about waxing. Well, we did, but just really not the best.
Right.
So it's like I think you fall more in love with it after, like when you start
100%.
working in it, and you're like, oh, I actually love this.
Yeah, because I started off doing everything. I started off doing like facials and any and everything they taught, in my mind, it was like, oh, you need to do all of these things. But
Yeah.
then when COVID happened, I was so glad that I could like ease that out of my service list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
because of COVID.
Sorry.
But and then it was like, no, it's never coming back. So sorry. I got some people you could go to. But
Yeah,
yeah, definitely waxing all day.
all day. So, okay, you are so funny. I would say that I'm like I every time I get on Instagram and you have a video that just posted up, it shows on my teal, and I'm like, this is so funny.
It's
Like,
so
where do
fun.
you get your ideas from on your Instagram?
Honestly, when people meet my family, they're like, oh, it's not just you. Like all of
Okay,
y'all are crazy. Everyone.
okay, okay.
But I feel like when I joined TikTok, I think we all joined the same. It was more like I'm just gonna go here and look at the videos. Like I'm never
Right.
gonna be that girl that's like posting videos.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I would look and I would hear sounds, I would think about how I would use the sound. So it just got to a place where I was just like saving them
Mm-hmm.
and writing them in a notebook. So like I have a notebook full of things that I've still not done because I just think about how I would utilize them, or like things that happen to us on a regular basis with our clients,
Mm-hmm.
or just things that like we deal with that I could use the sound for.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's never about posting it for other people to react. Like the people who are in suites around me are always like, what are you in there doing? Like, why are you in there cackling? Because like I will make a video and then watch it and just be in there
Just
like,
laughing at
girl,
yourself.
you are crazy.
That's
Like,
how you
what
know
in
it's
the world?
good. That's how you know it's good when you can laugh at yourself. Come on.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. They just come out of nowhere, honestly.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think that's good that you write them down so that you're
Oh, yeah.
always consistently having a video to post and not like, okay, let
Mhm.
me think about what I'm gonna do today.
Right, right. And I try to squeeze them in. So if it's ever like a 30-minute time block where I don't have anybody, I'm like, okay, girl, like look down this list, see what you can do really quick so
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not like it's not tedious for me. It's kind of just like get it out the way. Um, so that helps a lot. But
That's good. That's
yep,
good.
super rainbow.
So we're talking about, authenticity and bringing your personality to your business, to the platform that you're using. How would you define what authenticity means to you?
Hey, Esty Bestie. Okay, so let's be real. We all know that the wax you use can make or break your business. Are you struggling to find the right wax? Is your current wax breaking and leaving hairs behind? Well, honey, I got you because Nova Wax is here to rescue you from the headache. Nova Wax is low temperature, never breaks, and will cut your waxing time in half. Use code Esthetician to save 15% off on your order. Come join the Nova fam.
I always just think about the word authentic being real, like being your real self, but also with parameters. Because I think sometimes people feel like I can just be myself fully.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that can veer over into unprofessional. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I have to like look back and be like, is that too much? Like, is
Mm-hmm.
this too much? So I think it's about being real and being transparent, um, being yourself, but also understanding how far is too far.
Yeah. Still being professional at the same
Mm-hmm.
time and not just going off the rails.
Yeah. Yes.
Because conversations can get real in the wax room, okay?
Okay. We are very much close.
We're open, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot. More than a hairstylist. I feel like people
Mm-hmm.
get to their hairstylist, but there's nothing like not having on any pants
And
and then
talking
talking about like
to,
where they're going this weekend and things they may be doing. So
right,
it's
right.
a little different.
Why do you think it's so important to like show who you are, even in the professionalism. Like, why do you think it's important for us to still be ourselves and not feel so like scared or timid,
It's
around our
hard.
clients that we're servicing?
So when I first started, I really have to give it to my friends, um, because my Instagram was very just information,
Mm-hmm.
very clean, not cutting up, nowhere near what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to always get on there and be like, "Who is that girl? We do not know who she is. That's
Mm-hmm.
not how you act." Um, but I was always like, "No, that is so unprofessional. Like, I cannot do what people are doing. No, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, they're
Mm-hmm.
never gonna come to me."
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I did one video and everybody was kind of like, "Oh my God, that girl is so crazy." I think I did a video with the emoji, the cat emoji, about how people need to come because we don't want to look like this or something.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like okay with it. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's just keep this rolling. So it really wasn't me at first. I was very uncomfortable doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that with time, when people have come to me and they have said, like, I saw your video and I felt like I could be comfortable with you. Like, I felt like you were like me and I could come to you and it wouldn't be boring. Or I've had waxers before and they don't even talk to me and it was not a connection like that. And so I was like, oh, we're in a business where people are in a very vulnerable position.
Mm-hmm.
And if they cannot connect to you and feel comfortable, then it's a lot harder for them to continue to come. Um, so I think you have to kind of show who you are and be yourself because it makes people relate to you a lot more. So
I totally, totally agree. I remember when Reels and I guess TikTok started to become a thing too. And I'm like, what are people doing? At first, I thought people were just like dancing and stuff,
yes,
And I'm like, okay, people are
I ain't doing
actually
that.
funny.
I was like, I'm not dancing.
Yeah, we're gonna find another way to be
Yes,
creative and draw people in. But that
yes,
is that is so true. Like, I think it's important to always like I think people want to know who the waxer is or who
yes.
the business owner is, behind the scenes and really get to
Mm-hmm.
know because they feel like they can probably relate to you a lot
Mm-hmm.
more, and like you said, you're building trust, you're trying to build
Mm-hmm.
trust with them. So they want to know who you are. And I remember me as well when I first started posting those videos, I started getting really positive feedback and people were like, oh my gosh, like you're so relatable and funny, whatever.
Yes,
So I think, like at first it was like a scary thing, but now I think I understand why and what it
yeah.
does.
Mm-hmm. Because I definitely used to post it and then I would like close out Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Post
be
and
like, I'm not
ghost.
looking at it. Yeah, I'm gonna post it and just leave. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people seeing me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I had one time I went to the grocery store. I made a post and then I left and I was like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store before I go home. And I'm walking out, I'm on the phone, and this lady was like, oh my God, I just saw you on Instagram. And I was like, what in the world is she talking about? And she's like, you have on the same outfit. You just did it. I was
Not
like,
the same outfit.
oh my God. My friends are like, you need security, girl. You need security. I was like, um, but it's definitely a scary situation initially to just put
Mm-hmm.
yourself out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you get used to it after a while. It's kind of like, just do it. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's different when, like, I'll post something that's kind of crazy, but it always has an educational, like, underlying
Mm-hmm.
message.
They're
So it's
learning
crazy,
something.
but it's like, I am actually trying to tell you something that you need to know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like that balance makes me a little more comfortable too.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I think he's posted a video, I think it was today. And I love it because it grabs people in, and then it's like, oh, read the caption. You're like,
Yes,
you're
please.
so informative. So I love it so much. Do you ever struggle? Do you ever feel like it gets hard to like just, put yourself out there and show up?
Yeah. So I feel like I was absent for about 2 months, and it was funny. So I was like, okay, June is the day. I'm coming back. And then it was not happening. And then it was like, July,
I'm coming for you.
I'm coming back. Then it was like August. Okay, seriously. So I had definitely have moments where I'm like, I just want to scroll.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part.
Yeah.
Um, and it could be anything. It could be like my hair is not done. I'm not making any videos. Not happening. So it definitely gets hard. You just don't want to be visible at some point. It's kind of like I just want to go to work and do my job and not do all of this. But
it's hard, right?
yeah, they're fun. Posting in general is a lot. That new age posting.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but I think having a plan, like how I write them out. I used to have a calendar too, and I would write which days I'm going to post certain things, and it kind of kept me on track. But sometimes you just don't want to post.
You don't, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes you're just not feeling it. Like you're not motivated. Maybe you're just like, like I just want to be in my own zone today. Because it takes energy in the videos that you post. Like people can see that and read that in the energy in the video, you know, like if you're super low energy and you're just like
they can tell the difference. That's why I like following other people. So then when you post something, I can just repost it and be like, yeah,
exactly. I'm just recreate the same video.
What she said.
I love doing that as well.
Yes.
Okay, so for those out there who are struggling with maybe it's their social media, maybe it's just like figuring out a creative way to bring like their personality to their business and to their, content, what would you say to them? How could you encourage them to like kind of just step out there and do it?
I feel like you have to play around with different ways. So some people that are not comfortable being like front and center, you can still make content that you're not involved in. It can literally be anything that you don't have to be front facing. So you just have to try out different things. It can be just recording content of your services. It could be you doing videos. It could be you just setting up for the day. Like people want to just be involved. I feel like for me, I want my social media to kind of be, I guess, interactive and like colorful. I always feel like it's pretty colorful. And
that
not
brightens people's day when they see
and then just like want to come and see the whole thing. What I do feel like is good as far as building the relationship and the trust, which I don't do this a lot. It's my goal. I need to talk more on my stories and like let people in on your stories.
Yes.
A lot of people with businesses that put a whole lot of their personal life on their actual timeline, like on their post, I'm kind of like, that's your business. It's just not my thing. But I feel like in your stories, people want to see that. So whenever I'm on vacation, my clients are like, why didn't you post yourself on vacation? Like, this is my business page. But I'm like, okay, they want to know. Like, they want to see me on vacation. And I'm like, follow my personal page. It's all there. So I would say just make a game plan, get a calendar, map out what you want to talk about, map out like things that are important, things you want your clients to know, stuff that you talk about on a regular basis anyway with them, and just kind of utilize that. I like a good Q&A. Any questions somebody ever asked me, I like to go and make that a post. And even just talking to not just a client, but other waxers, other aesthetic students, and giving information that one helps the client, but also could help someone who's trying to get into the field that you're into. Just because we follow other waxers, but our clients typically follow maybe two. They don't follow as many as we do. So never get discouraged about like somebody else posting something that you may have posted, or like, I don't want to post this because I've seen it. Maybe my clients have seen it. I don't want to redo that.
Mm-hmm.
Just go with the flow. Go with
Honestly,
the
that's what you
flow.
have to do. Because,
Yeah,
like
let
you
me
said,
see.
like our client's timeline is not the same.
It's not.
So they
And
might
it
be
took me a
receiving.
minute
Yeah.
to, I was like, are they seeing the same?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see stuff all day. They don't see this. And they're like, no, I don't follow these people. So get that out of your head, number one.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, just go for it and see what works. You'll see which things are more comfortable for you to do and which things get more like feedback.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And then also looking at like your analytics too. Whenever you
Yes.
after you post something, kind of look at it and see what does well, what doesn't maybe do so
Hmm.
well, and then just keep repeating the same things that
Exactly.
are doing well.
Exactly. Yeah, you
So,
gotta be okay with trying random things,
hmm,
putting yourself out there just because that's just the way of the world now. So
yeah. And then think about questions that you might have wanted answered like when you were in
definitely.
school, like talk to like the new esthetician who's is
Hmm.
searching for information, and it can even start off with just wax tips or
Yes.
skincare tips, something that's just super simple that kind of gets you in the flow of like, okay, I can do this type of thing.
Hmm. Literally when they say everything is content, everything's content. Unpacking,
Mm,
restocking, ordering things, getting shipments, cleaning
yeah,
up. Like
literally. Yeah,
everything is content. Like people want to know that you clean up. They don't
right,
want to.
right, they appreciate seeing
They
that.
do. They really
Mhm.
do. And then you get the people who ask questions about the random things in the background that you're not even focused on. So
Right.
everything builds on top of other things. You're like, yeah, that's my container. Like, I don't know.
Right. Got it from Amazon.
Yes, yes. It's in my storefront.
Okay. Click the link in the bio. Okay. So as we get ready to wrap up this combo, so we are in a field, where we give everyone self-care and sometimes we forget about ourselves and it's hard with day-to-day things.
Mhm.
So I want to know, what are you doing actively either this week? What are you wanting to do that is like, okay, I'm going to take some time for me and not think about
Mhm.
anybody else, because self-care isn't selfish. It's all about you. So,
100. My daily self-care is two things. One, I went into business for myself to set my own hours. So like I go to work at the times that I would have always loved to go to work. So I'm
mhm,
not the 8 a.m. wax girl at all. I'm more of a like a 9:30, 10 o'clock kind of wax girl. So
there you
that
go.
for me is self-care. I love sleep.
Mm.
Second thing is I came from being a teacher and we never had a lunch break. It was like 25 minutes. And typically you're watching kids during that break. You don't get to
Wow.
just like,
Just be by
get in
yourself.
your car and go get some food and come. No. So every day I take a lunch break. It's like the funny thing for everyone in the salons because they know I'm going to go for an hour
Mhm.
every day. My weekly one, I had to also get to a place of like take days off. Take days off for you to do like background paperwork and things you need to do for the business. But then have that day where you literally do none of that.
Mhm.
I needed that for self-care. So Sundays are my day off. I do nothing. I barely even want to answer the phone for anybody. It's just
Look,
like my time.
do not disturb,
I
okay?
just
All
don't
day.
like I'll deal with that another day. So that's like my weekly. My monthly is a new one. I want to be able to like do something every month, like go somewhere, something every month.
Yes.
But this month was my birthday month, and I took off a lot of days. I was gone. I was
Okay.
off.
Yes.
So self-care is not hard for me. I think that everybody definitely needs to do it because your body, if you don't do it for yourself, your body will definitely shut down on you.
Okay.
It will make you sit down. So
Okay.
Self-care can be anything. It doesn't have to just be massages. It can literally just be like, I'm gonna go eat somewhere that I want to go eat by myself and like disconnect. So
Mm-hmm.
it's important.
Is so important. And I'm so glad that you brought those things up, especially the lunch break, because, you know, in this industry, we don't take lunches because we
Just
trying to just
go. Go.
continue, you know,
Yeah.
but we cannot keep doing that to
Mm-mm.
ourselves. Like,
No.
even if you are slow, like
Yeah.
that's okay. You got a slow day, you got 2 clients, take a
Take
lunch
it.
break. Like,
Take
take a
it.
break. Get in the habit of taking a lunch
Yes.
because you cannot operate on E.
No.
Like it doesn't make sense, you know?
And like planning it into your schedule is vital. Because it's times
Yes.
where it's like, oh, I didn't plan one and now I'm like dying, or I needed to do something. I might have needed to make a phone call during that lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't even just eating. It's like you have this time of the day where you know that you can call someone back. You can do
Mm-hmm.
something that you need to do for your own personal life, plan
Mm-hmm.
your doctor's appointment or something.
Yep.
So take the time.
Yes. Put it on the schedule
Yeah.
beforehand. And it
Hmm.
can even be just a block out for the
Yeah.
same
Like a
time every
little
day, you know?
30 minutes.
Mhm.
Just take some time during the day.
Exactly.
Get your thoughts together. Go to the bathroom.
Okay. And if you're not going to the bathroom, it means you're not drinking enough water.
Yeah, drinking water, all the things. It's your body.
It's going to talk to you. It's going to talk
And
to
real
you.
loud.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that is such a good like piece
Hmm.
because it's so important. Okay,
Yeah.
so before we wrap up, is there anything exciting happening in your business? Do you like offer training? Do you do anything for SDs or what's going
Yeah.
on?
So I do wax classes specifically for bikinis and Brazilians. I like for them to be one-on-one as opposed to a group. And we do hands-on um, demos. I talk about all the ways to like build your clientele and aftercare and post like pre-care, post-care, all the things to like set your business apart. And we do all the things. I do makeup classes as well for like individuals wanting to do their own makeup, not specifically
Mm.
makeup artist training.
Oh,
But that's pretty much it. I get a lot of questions about a storefront. They want a storefront bad.
oh, okay. Is it the conversation or you just
It's
like,
very much adulting. That's like a lot of adulting.
yeah, that's big moves.
Yeah, so maybe I'll hit the lottery.
Because it is expensive. So
I
maybe
mean,
we'll see.
yeah, I feel like if the right building comes
Yeah,
again, if the right space
yeah,
comes along, I mean, I'm actively looking.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm also interested in like being an instructor at
Okay.
school.
Do you have to go to get your instructor's license in your state or no?
From my understanding, you can do courses or you can just take the test, depending on how long you've been an esthetician.
Okay.
So we'll see. Everyone feels like because I was a teacher,
You probably be
kind of
fine.
goes hand in hand, right? Like
Yeah.
you should go and teach something in the field
Yeah.
that you love.
Hmm.
So that's pretty much it. Nothing like specific. A lot of things just juggling around.
But that's exciting. That's
Yeah.
good that you're thinking big.
Yes, yeah.
That's what
You
you
know,
want, right?
you got to keep growing. The people want you to keep growing.
Hmm. Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Alicia, for joining me. It's been fun.
Yes,
I've loved
yes.
it. Where can the people find you on your social media?
Yes, Instagram is artistry_by_Alicia. Facebook, artistry by Alicia. TikTok is Hey Alicia Girl. Yes,
Okay.
and that's a mix of everything. That's like waxing, personal life, all the shenanigans are there.
Well,
YouTube is also Hey Alicia Girl. It's gonna be a mixture of esthetician life and personal life reviews, all of that.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna subscribe. Are you
Yeah.
active on your YouTube? Are you post videos a lot?
Right now, I just do shorts. Um,
Okay.
but the videos will be coming soon.
Nice. Well, stay tuned. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Well, we're going to end this conversation, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yes.